I come to this issue of subsidy for journalism, how we're going to pay for it, with a very clear eye about the simple economic question, and that's what I want to sort of impart to the room, and that is, at the end of the day, we can theorize as much as we like about, well, do I like government subsidy of journalism? Do I not? There's obvious liabilities in it, but according to the data that we see, there's simply no choice. It's not as if we have this option that we can allow the market to prevail, keep the government out, as many people have alluded to and spoken in support of what I'm saying. It's not like we can do that and have any kind of confidence that we are going to not see the significant erosion of the Fourth Estate and what's left of it. And I think it's important that we understand that there needs to be a commensurate sort of psychic shift, if you will. The same principles that say, you know, our safety is so important, we have to have public subsidy of the police, and our safety at home is so important, we have to have subsidy of the fire department, and our children are so important, we have to have public subsidy of the educational system. And it's that same line of thought that, due to market forces, due to of many kinds that have been discussed ad nauseum over the past several months, that the government is going to have a role in it. Now, I do want to cast a little bit of perspective about, you know, for people who say, woe is me, this is, you know, I don't want my tax dollars going into journalism. Let's just, for folks who were with me in Minnesota, I apologize, I have to reiterate some stats that are really staggering. One company, AIG, has received 175 times more money in the past year or so for the bailout than the Corporation for Public Broadcasting received last year alone. We're looking at, for the total bailouts, they're 1,223 times higher than the CPB's annual budget. 2008 earmarks coming out of the Congress, 41 times the budget of CPB. And finally, the U.S. government did spend 3.5 times more money on office furniture than the budget of the CPB. And so we have to keep that in mind when we think about scope and scale about what we want to and what we propose to be spending. If that increases, there are obvious there are conditions that have to be in place. First of all, if we are to increase subsidy, we have to know that the firewall is rock solid. And Mark, who's my new BFF, he alluded to this, but it has to be improved. I mean, we have to know that the kind of shenanigans that happened with Ken Tomlinson a few years ago cannot happen again. And that's absolutely critical, and structure is part of that. We have to know that the system nationwide is better run, especially at the local level, that we have station managers committed to producing journalism. We have to have a greater diversity of audience and content, and we have to have a broader definition of what public media is, with a more of an attitude of abundance and less of scarcity. It has been said here, but I do want to echo, if you doubt the ability of public broadcasting and public media to conduct enterprise, hard-hitting, critical journalism, just look at other systems in England and Europe, where I would actually dare to say that they are more adversarial than the commercial and public media in this country in general. And finally, we have to move from platitudes to policies. I don't have to tell people in this room, there have been so many discussions about where are we going, what do we want to be, but now we are getting to a point where we have to figure out two things. One, what do communities really need? And we're getting there. There are these great reports that have been referred to, the Knight Commission report, the Len Downey report, and then we have to get down to the brass tacks and really engage the public in this, what is going to be inevitably a political fight. My time is up. My last word is, I want to echo what Eric Newton said. We cannot ever look at any of this without also having an eye towards internet policy and the fact that 1/3 of Americans still don't have broadband, and they are disproportionately poor and rural, and that has to change at the same time.